Welcome back to Veteran Revivals. I'm Art, Veteran Idiot. This here is Private Pile. This little Baron on the inside. We'll add some more junk in his trunk here in a minute. This over here is Earl. His poor little wing is hurt, but he's doing all right. He's on the mend, doing great with his physical therapy and recovery. This one back here is Oscar. He's full of all the scrap metal. I need to go make some money back on some of this stuff. And then that one, Lieutenant Van. We got plans, okay? Things are coming for that at some point. Somebody just yelled, "Hey," as they drove by. Anywho, I'm already dirty. I've been messing with this thing this morning, trying to get power inside the chassis. Not working. So you just jam the power probe into the fuse box, push the button forward, power. Hook it up out there with all the grounds and everything else, no power. I don't know, so I'm going to ditch it for now and we'll approach it when we put the engine in. But, as you can see here, I got a big dog radiator for the 460 and got a bunch of parts to finish off this tailgate and put the interior together. This is the missing latch rod we were missing for the passenger's side, so we can hook that up. Got some new striker bushings and new latch so we can finally open it from the inside. What else we got in here? Bushings for the window itself when you lower it down. And some motor mounts. Some 460 motor mounts. These are adapters from the 300 to the 460. So I just got to find the other mounting plate for the passenger side frame rail. Put that on there and then we can bolt in the 460 whenever it comes back. So we got those. I didn't go with L&L. It took them 3 months to get me a motor mount the last time for Earl, and I didn't go. But they are pretty much the only people that have specific 460 header. They are the only people that have specific 460 headers for C6 in a Bronco. So I ordered those and the pulley kits and all that stuff from L&L, so we'll probably see them around the turn of the century or January. Don't get me wrong, their products are great, and I understand it's like pretty much a one-man show. Just takes forever to get the parts. It's disheartening. I love you, L&L. Don't back order my stuff. Some pins to put the cables on, and some plugs for the tailgate, and some pins for the seats. I needed those. Those are those bushings I was talking about for the strikers. What else we got in here? That's it. That's all of it. Oh, and the clip for the up and down power for the tailgate window off of the key to hold it attached to that key. I don't have the keys or lock cylinders yet. Need to get those. We'll figure it out when we get to that point. Zeus is ready to go. So we're going to get started on this project. I'm going to finish up the tailgate real quick, make sure everything is good with that so it's just easy to open, close, get in, out, whatever I need to do. And then we'll start throwing in the interior, which consists of the side panels, trim around the side panels, the armrests, the back seat, front seats, seat belts, and then some of the dash components. Some of them. Still need to get power and everything else going up there, so some. But Zeus is ready. I'm ready to go. Hope you are. Be right back at you after the intro. Alright, so the first thing we're going to try and do is get this latch all set up. There's the window down rod that goes behind the window, and as the window gets all the way down to the bottom, it pulls the latch down and it frees it so you can actually open the tailgate. Kind of like a safety mechanism. Super pain in the arse if you don't have the clips to get it down in there. We have those clips now, so that's good. We're gonna get started. Also, fun fact of the day, if you don't drink your drink through your teeth when it's been sitting outside, you will drink a bee out here in Arizona. Just so you know. Alright, let's go ahead and dive into this guy. So this little grommet I bought here, this goes in this little hole, and this latch will push down through it and hook on to the latch, inner latch itself. This bar runs across to that striker plate over there. So that's what we're looking at, and that's what I'm going to try and do right now and struggle through it. This guy, it's getting warm. Even though it's only like 70 degrees out here. I think it's just it really gets you, so might as well get this finished so we can get inside to the interior and start knocking all that out. I've been waiting for a long time. It's hot out here. Ooh, she's pretty. Didn't come with any screws. Sweet. Alright, radiator. We're gonna slide you inside. I don't like plastic tanks, but they do offer some durability, so we'll leave it alone. It was the same factory style, and it wasn't $7,000 from somewhere, and Cold Case never responded to me. My feelings aren't hurt. Don't worry. I've been waiting for a long time. This one I think is just gonna have a little doohickey, which I got one of them. You know, you buy these whole packet of clips for rods and door and windshield and locks and stuff like that, and they only come with one of each design, so you gotta buy the whole packet again, and then you just got a crap ton of ones that don't fit or won't work on there. Yeah, I know, I'm complaining. Just let me do my thing. It's a process. It helps me grieve. Okay? Thanks. Thanks for understanding. It means a lot. Why come no Clippy in there? Ah, yeah, there she goes. There she goes. Alright, I'm gonna find some screws to make that work, and then we'll get back into the rest of it. Alright, found some ones that I think that'll fit. Probably not the right ones. They are clearly not the right ones. What is the right ones, bro?
And then I'm quitting. I'm going to quit. And I told Dom too.
Oh. Okay. After 3 hours, 3 cactus coolers, and a whole lot of swearing, I finally got everything we needed done with the tailgate in here. The left latch doesn't want to release without just a little extra. So I don't know if that latch is worn out, or maybe we need to put a little bend in the rod to get it to pull that extra little distance. Also, this grommet down here in the tailgate doesn't want to stay in where the latch goes, so that's sweet. But I think it'll stay in with time. So we got the strikers in, got the cables in, got the bolt bars in, the latches are working. Pull down bar for the latch mechanism, that is in, just needs a little retain clip. We could possibly put the cover on this, but the problem is I need to pull the rod on here to actually actuate the tailgate for now until we get the latch loosened up or get a new latch on this side. Strikers are replaced, put the bushings on the strikers. Now we just run it through and see if everything works as we intended it to. Yeah, I can only do so much, you know. We also put the stoppers in the bottom to keep the window from hitting the bottom. So latched up, and to release it, this side releases, but this side it's almost like it's stuck a little bit, and so you just got to give it a little boop, and it pops right open. All right, let's see the window works. Come on, window. Bam, and back down. That's a win, fellers. That is a win. Oh, man. Makes my heart happy. Anyways, so now let's get this guy open and start throwing some interior in here. Might have to paint those panels though. So there is that part. You know, all you need is love. All you need is love. Love. Let's put these tail lights on. Just need one screw, cause that one's stripped out, and it'll go right in. Ba-doo-doo-doo. Boop. It's kind of weird now that the temperature is changing. It's getting cooler, Anytime there's a warmer temperature of maybe like 5 degrees warmer, feels like it's 7,000 degrees now. But at least it's not this cooking heat. It's just the sunlight itself. Booyakasha! Alright, so the pins for the seat. Gotta bolt the hinges down. And we'll toss the seat up here. I got some covers for the holes in here as well. All you need is love. Hello? Oh yeah, cactus cooler. Whew. Oh, sweet. Notice it doesn't come with the clips. Got all this stuff from Bronco's Graveyard, by the way. I don't know if I mentioned that before. Not Bronco's Graveyard's fault that it doesn't come with clips. Just weird. Come on, little radiator. I need you to stay nice. Here's the hinges. And these pins go in here. Boop, like that. Hold the seat in place. The clips are missing. We'll figure that out some other time. The other thing that's weird is I don't know where the bolts are, 1. And 2, I don't know where the torsion bar is. And 3, I can't find the striker. See if I can do this without scratching everything in here. Probably not. Probably gonna scratch everything. All of it. We'll be right back. Nope. Stay. Yeah. Okay. I'll slide it across that instead of everything. I could scratch it up. Oh, I still set it on the tailgate. Okay, so we'll put it in, flip it up, and put the pins in. That way we know where the alignment is on the hinge and so on and so forth. Don't have the striker though. I know, it sucks. I don't know what to tell you. Can't do nothing about it. Wonder if I got anything that'll fit down in there just to hold it. Alright, so I found some Alumicore baling wire or mechanics wire and wrapped it around there, and that should be good enough for now. So yeah, we'll get those hinges zapped down, and then we'll start putting in the rest of this stuff. Have to take off those C-clamps. I wonder if the hardware for this top is somewhere in those bags too. It's probably right next to where the striker is for this. Sweet. Ugh, dusty. Hella dusty, one might say. So these things go in here, but I think I'm going to give them a fresh little before we toss them in. Seems like the right thing to do. So all these things are drying, and this guy over here. Now it's not going to be perfect. Turbo Can does what it can, but this thing is going to be used off-road quite a lot and abused, so not too worried about how those pieces or those fillers look. But these things are supports, and they need to go inside here to support the lower half of that, and then the other one goes over there. So we'll go ahead and get those things bolted in. Screwed in? Probably screws. Nothing in this box resembles what it should. So we'll grab some screws that look like they should go into that spot and screw those things in. That way when these things are done drying, then we can plop those in with the armrests move to the front seats. Alright, I actually surprisingly had enough screws for that whole side. Actually, I lied, I'm one short up there, but that's okay. We'll see if we can find some more to put in this side over here. Found extra screws. Let's go! Moving right along. Ow! Probably should have sprayed off this seat while it was out there. That's alright. Alright, cool. Alright, so there is no chance that those panels are going to be dry anytime soon, so we'll go ahead and move to the seats. This door is leaning downhill. Not in my favor. Front seat. Probably could put the seat belts in first. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Let's put the seat belts in first. Alright. This one's in. Sweet. Who's gonna plug in this seatbelt warning light? Not this guy. Seatbelts are good, guys. Don't get me wrong. Seen lots of bad stuff from those seatbelts. The lights can be annoying though. That's all I'm saying. Listen, that's all I'm saying. I'm not saying nothing else. Yay! Come on over, baby. Seat. Is there something that can keep you open? Anything? Something? Anything at all? Look at that. I'm a genius. Oh, there's something funky going on with this seat. Looks like maybe it was extended backwards for like a Sasquatch or something. Somewhere along those lines. Why come this is so far off? What happened? What had happened that you're so far off? Oh no, do these things not have recline? No. Out there. It doesn't have a recline. Wow. That's mighty impressive to not have. It also doesn't have a slide? What? Now I'm confused. That don't make no sense. Alright, so we're not going to put these seats in today. I'm going to take this thing apart and find out why it's so dumb. So and tomorrow, we'll get back at this, throw in those painted parts, finish up the interior. Which, I mean, it's really not that much. It's just all of it. So anywho, see you in the morning. Start date 2024, and we're struggling with the seat back. So here's the issue with this thing. Whoever had this thing, and I'll show you in a second, and tried to adjust it, I don't know if it was the guy that took this all apart or somebody before that. They took some angle iron and drilled some holes and pushed the seat all the way back. It doesn't have a slider, and now it's like 10 feet from the steering wheel and doesn't really line up with the holes in the floor. So we're going to take that all apart and put it back together. And then this guy down here actually adjusted this latch, loosened up the whole mechanism, slid it over and down. Handle works better now, and it's got enough pull from that side over there so it actually releases both sides. So we can put this cover back on, which I've just rinsed off and waiting for it to dry so I can spray it down, paint it black. I don't have any tan paint. It is what it is. These are dry, so we can throw those in. Like I said before, they go in on the sides here, and then we'll start throwing the rest of all that stuff in. But take a look at this seat. This is the angle iron he tossed on, moved the seat back like, what? From a guy's point of view, this is like 12 inches back, but it's too far. It needs to go back. So we're gonna take this all apart, probably gonna pressure wash this seat because it is nasty. And then put it all back together so we can put it in. Passenger side can go in though, while this one is, well, I guess we'll wash that one too. There's lots of stuff to be done, don't worry. Got all the trim around the whole inside, and the sun visors, the dash, all that business, figure out why I can't get power back into here. There are things to be done, and I'm going to fill this entire video with all of it, mostly just me struggling, but that's usually how it goes. Oh man, we finally got there. All the interior that I have here is finally installed. Everything in snug. Well, there are a couple missing pieces, and I'll point that out in a second. But for the most part, everything went in well, and it looks good. This seat could definitely use some Brillo pad or something. I don't even know that would clean up, but whatever, it's not going to matter. There's going to be tons of stuff tossed back in here anyway. So I threw the cover on, put in our screws. The black looks all right. I think maybe we'll pull it back out and paint it tan at some point to match this. But the latches work. Board for inside is up. I put these little rubber washers to help spread some of the force because some of the holes were pretty wallered out. Both sides are on. Armrests are on. It looks really good. Still missing the striker for that. Maybe I can find it somewhere. Maybe we can get it from a junkyard or something. Somebody's got to have one somewhere. We'll find one. It'll be good to go. Dash is all in. Looks fantastic. Seats, center console. She's pretty beat up. It doesn't do much of center consoling anymore, and the seats don't do much seating anymore. But they're in and they look good. Sun visors are up, trim around the windows, dash is bolted in. I am missing a couple pieces up in there, but I got this bezel in. The DIN for the radio is broke, that's why it's hanging down like that. We can get another one of those when we figure out what unit we want to put in. Gauge cluster is in, all that stuff looks great. I'm missing one of the lenses for I think one of the turn signals on that side. Then the spring for this seat works. Woo! Just doesn't have a cable to stop it anymore, so it goes all the way up. Sorry for the contrast. The Demon Star is setting and pointing right through the side of this truck. But that's all bolted in, looks good. Seatbelts, it could be tighter I suppose, but they'll do. Dressing panels. This seat's pretty disgusting. Should have washed it before I put it in here. Oh well. Got some holes, need to fill with some 8-inch subwoofers on both sides. Probably some mids would be better, but you know, we can always dream. Put in the filler plates for the body mounts. Kick panels are in, and the vents are in as well. All that looks really good. This thing is like, couldn't even put the push pins in it because it is, yeah. She's disintegrating. Don't look at all this. We're working on that. I'm figuring things out. That's my doorstop, works perfectly. So up here, like I said, we put in the gauge cluster or the dash, and it looks great. For as old as it is, it's in great condition. A little dusty, you can clean that out at some point. Stole one of the knobs from Coachman. What's left of him, her, they, them, I don't know what it is. Didn't have one for the windshield wiper. That one had like a toggle left and right, so we'll have to order one of those. But we do have the headlight knob. And I also stole this beauty out of there. This steering wheel is practically brand new. And it is that Coachman's an 86, this is an 85, so it went in perfectly. And I even thought about switching out the column because Coachman has the C6 automatic shifter on it. But I think the lengths are much different. I gotta look at it again to see. Maybe that's a possibility. Probably not, though. It'd be nice to dream. Maybe this section. No, it can't. But anyway, swapped this guy out because the old one was, yeah, it was trash. So that can go away. It's actually, yep, same exact steering wheel. But anywho, this is the driver's side kick panel. Oh, look at that. It is junk. So we won't be putting that back in. We'll probably have to order a new one. But that is it for the interior. The interior is pretty much complete. Everything's good to go. This tailgate's finally done. Need to move this striker out a little bit. It's a little too far in, but that is all right. It looks good and it works. Oh, so nice. So nice. Roll the window up, close the doors, and the interior is done. That just brings us to the front. And for the front, we need the engine. I got the mounts. I got to get the one plate for this side so we can make the mounts work from the 300. It's got to be around here somewhere in something. We'll find it. Got to get the 435 out of there and the transfer case out of there. Pretty sure that transfer case can't work on this C6. I'll look it up, but I'm pretty sure it doesn't work on there. If it does work, we'll leave it in place and we'll just bolt the C6 to it. Maybe some of you guys know. Somebody out there has to know off the top of their head. But then we'll start putting the front end back together, and then we'll order up the harness. Hopefully the headers and all that stuff will show up by then. And then this thing should be out on the road. Might be a minute though. But all the interior is done. We're good to go on the interior part, with the exceptions of buying a couple of things with the kick panel and the knob and this and that and whatever. But I'm glad to finally get the interior done, and I'm glad you guys stuck around, watch me struggle with this. I think we've been on the interior episode for like 4 episodes now. We just keep encountering stuff over and over again. But it is finally good to go, and I appreciate all of you. Thank you for watching, and as always, have fun. Also, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share, and buy my merch. Thanks. Now you can go.